All right, I'm rolling, you lazy piece of shit. I'm with Robert Benenati.
Present.
Yeah.
Here.
I'm Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out my show. I want to get into this with him real quick because we both go to Starbucks. But Starbucks has been pissing me off lately. Not that anyone gives a fuck, but... yeah, so we live in Florida. And I've been still, even though it's COVID, still kind of cruising around, going to a lot of different places, right?
You have.
I have. Yeah, you haven't. From Jacksonville all the way to Tampa, up to Fort Myers, all over the place. I'm not going to lie. My life really hasn't changed that much since COVID. I'm not going to lie to anybody. You put a mask on my face, I've done the same shit I've always done. We didn't go through what I think to a certain degree a lot of other places went through or are still going through, right? What you say? We've kind of been open.
Yeah.
Right? Not up in New York, California, Chicago, right? But I grew up, I shouldn't say I grew up, but in the late 80s, I actually started to go to a Starbucks in Chicago. I think it was then. I wasn't even drinking coffee then, but I was helping at the Hilton Hotel. We were doing this big job over a summer, and I was helping. And I was in the city, and these guys wanted coffee. I can't even remember where it was at, but I remember in the late 80s, because my cousin brings it up to me that I was the first guy to ever talk about this joint. I had no idea. I was just walking around, and I think I saw it, and I picked up coffees for everyone. And then in the 90s, I started to go to Starbucks. There's one near Midway Airport near the Chicago. And we'd meet there before we flew out, or when someone landed, we'd all kind of meet there to pick up, drop off. One of those spots because it's kind of really
convenient. Yeah,
it was really convenient. And I started to travel the last 10 years and going to Starbucks a lot. I basically wrote 2 books inside of Starbucks or Barnes & Nobles, and I was drinking Starbucks again. And then, my daughter loves it. My girlfriend loves Starbucks. Her kids love it. So it's a big part of our life. But what's aggravating me lately, I realized about Starbucks, and I don't know why they're doing this, and I want to see what you think about this. I've noticed they opened up because I was walking through the drive-thru of my Starbucks on Kirkman. I'd walk there and go through the drive-thru. I knew the guy. I love that guy. I'd bring him a 6-pack or whatever he wanted, ice cream, whatever the hell he wants, and he gives me coffees. They knew me. And I was thinking eventually Starbucks inside would open. I don't see still any Starbucks interior-wise opening anywhere. I don't know why this is happening, but what I'm seeing more and more people is almost weeding away from Starbucks, at least my inner circle, and a lot of my friends, family members, because it's only drive-through. And if you take, I don't care if it's Panera, I know it's not a coffee house, but if you go to Dunkin' Donuts, I don't know what Pete's Coffees or any of them are doing. I haven't seen them yet. But all the coffee houses, even locally, in where we live, are all open.
They are.
Why do you think they're not open?
You said something right now.
Okay.
That I didn't want to interrupt you, but you said that Starbucks became part of your family.
Yeah.
Right? It was So basically Starbucks is an experience.
Of course.
It's not so much the coffee.
Of course.
Right? Because you can have coffee at home.
For sure.
But it's the fact of going there, placing the order, talking to the people, sitting at a table, bringing a book or your computer and working out of there, right?
Right.
It's the experience.
Of course.
And that is what they're not giving you right now.
Absolutely.
And it might even hurt them to a certain degree, right? And the Starbucks that I've seen not open fully, right? If they have a drive-through, are the small ones.
I haven't seen any open, and believe me, I still go to Starbucks.
I think the one over here is open, actually.
You can't sit inside.
No, you can.
Not that I was in
but
there
it's only
recently.
like out of the 6 or something.
I don't think you can sit in there.
I have to go back then. I have to check.
You're going to have to go back because the last time I was there with you, we had to sit outside. They got the little things or they push them against the wall. They're too small, those places, because when people walk in and out.
Well, that I understand. They're too small to have people.
Those 100%, but take the one in Windermere. That's huge.
That's a big one, yeah.
Let's put it this way. I was just at a Panera, and they're having these coffee clubs now. I think I don't want to misquote it. Might be $16. All the coffee you want to drink. The whole month. I mean, it's like a club.
Well, if Starbucks doesn't get on it, and I get it, you're trying to protect the people, but they don't have drive-thrus in every single joint, right?
That too. And you could still go in, like I said, and get
You
the
go
coffee.
in and get the coffee and get out. You can order with the application. I don't know if they forcing us for them to downsize on overhead and off, having, because remember when people are there, they're asking for, water and cups and things that they're not purchasing. Some people could sit there for 6-7 hours.
Well, let's put it this way. I used to live in those places because if I was traveling, if I'm not in a gym, sit in a hotel or go to a Starbucks or...
So do you think this is a way for them to kind of start getting rid of that?
I don't know, but see, I'm seeing more things online with people saying, what the F is going on? What the fuck's going on here with Starbucks?
Because that's what they're missing, the experience. But yeah, they're simplifying it because they give you an app, you put the order in, you go in, take your order, it's ready, and walk out.
I like the experience more than the coffee.
That's what I'm saying.
I get you. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. What I think is also happening is, say, me and Rhea, because we can't sit in Starbucks or her kids or my kids or anybody, we're checking out all
other places,
other local coffee shops, which we like.
Like I put you on to that.
I did that anyway.
Café de Paris, right?
Oh, your Paris place.
Man,
yeah.
I mean, we go there all the time because it's the experience of sitting out there. You can sit inside, you can sit outside, and no rush. It's it's that experience of Starbucks. But I think they have better food than Starbucks, right? Because it's more of a kind of restaurant breakfast joint. But it's the experience at the end of the day.
And they're breaking a routine, I think, because let's face it, a lot of us were addicted to, even if I didn't do coffee, I'd go there. And in Florida, I get it. A lot of people were kind of backfire too, is if you're never going to let us sit inside, we have to sit outside. We're not going to sit in 90-degree weather and drink coffee, a lot of us. I'm just saying. When I first met you, normally I'd grab Starbucks for us if we didn't have it in your office, right? Even you with your clients, let's say, because you're in real estate, or a lot of people I know too that want to meet up now, we would meet in a Starbucks because they knew that. They'd be like, Rich, I'll meet you at Starbucks. We'll go here. That's how we met. We met at a Starbucks. That's one of the reasons I brought this up. You sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. Now where would we go?
Because it's the experience, number one.
Yeah.
The personal experience everyone has. And then that's the common ground for everyone, I guess. It's something we both know. And regardless where you at, what state, what city, what 100%. Area, Starbucks is Starbucks. It looks the same. It smells the same, So you're very familiar with it. You feel safe.
Yeah, and my point, now not being able to go in there and sit for literally 6 months, I've kind of broken away from there, and I see so many other people.
Well, you broke a habit, right? Because it's a habit
exactly,
at the end
for
of the day,
sure, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's open other alternatives.
Well, I used to always love first kind of finding local spots if I could, especially if they were Italian, and if I couldn't, I'd go to Starbucks.
I like the mom and pops.
Me too. So when I travel, if you go to my YouTube, you're going to see a lot of different smoothie coffee places. Because I wanted a different experience. But if I couldn't find those type of places, or if Starbucks was around, it was convenient, I'd go there too, right?
Like the coffee shop up in Winter Garden.
Yeah.
Remember?
There's a couple. I even did a video on one.
You got the French place?
Yeah.
Right? And then you got the one across.
Nixa, Maxa, what? I did a video on them. AXIUM,
something like that.
I love that place. Yeah, it's just, I find it quite interesting. And I was talking to Rhea about this. The COVID it's very interesting. I think some brands, they've kind of changed their identity. And either we're not willing to accept it, or we've kind of learned to just kind of experience something new and different. And starting to realize I enjoy that even more. So, like, I've been hanging out, you don't even know this, at a Colombian coffee joint right next to the LA Fitness on Kirkman. Love this joint. Mm-hmm. I love your Paris joint. Winter Garden, love that joint. If Starbucks was probably open, at least where I could sit once in a while, right, I'd still be going there. But I don't even go to the drive-thru anymore. It's like so off the radar now, where it was almost part of my everyday routine.
Yeah, because you lost that sense of experience. You could drive through any drive-through. It's like a fast food joint,
That's what it became.
Yeah, it's not.
I went to Disney. I went to Magic Kingdom. They got a Starbucks there, so of course I went in. I never had one there. And there's like 100 people. You're not supposed to sit in there and drink coffee, but it's slammed. Universal City Walk, I go there. Inside again, you're not. But it's slammed with people. You're not supposed to sit. I'm kind of calling bullshit on Starbucks that you can't fucking do, or you can have some seating where it's social distancing. and have the line.
Again, I don't know if they're trying to get away from that and forcing us to do the drive-through or the application. You go in, order,
Yeah.
or pre-order, go in, grab
Yeah.
your stuff, and get out. Right? Like I have Barnes & Noble right here. I can actually walk, and they have a Starbucks in there.
Oh, yeah, I live
right?
in there. Yeah. I love that.
The
Barnes
other
and-
one's a little further. I have to
Mhm.
drive.
Yeah.
But I'd rather drive and sit outside
Yeah.
than have to sit inside.
And then there's one across the street as
right?
well.
Because sometimes I just get sick of being in the office. I just want to, kind of sit outside, take my computer, and work from there.
You
But
ha-
it was the experience.
For sure. And you have, the truth is, where you're located in Dr. Phillips, you have 3 totally different experiences.
Or the other one up here.
That's what I'm saying. You have 3 Starbucks, but each one's a total different experience. So
It
Barnes
is.
and Nobles, we get that experience. Marketplace, Dr. Phillips,
Mm-hmm.
old school, home style, been there at least 20 years that I've been going there.
No.
Well, that's been there forever. And then the new one, totally
And this
different.
one they changed. Before they had the individual tables, they had the leather chairs.
Yep.
It was comfortable.
It was fun.
And then they changed all that. Now they
Yeah.
have like hardwood chairs, wood tables. It's uncomfortable. You can't be there for longer than a meeting. An
Yeah,
hour.
for
and
sure.
then-
It's
and then-
loud.
and then it's not so much loudness. It's just uncomfortable. Sitting on a wood chair for
yeah, and
over
it's
40 minutes it's painful.
and it's busy there, man. And then the 4th one's down the street by the Wyndham. That's like a touristy type one.
it's
It's
more
too
tourist.
thin, too
Yeah.
thin.
I haven't been to that one, honestly.
If you go down the block again, Windermere, totally different experience. That's almost like I want to say it's almost like a university
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, all the kids from school, they have a long table in the back. It's like a conference room.
Yeah, it's kind of like
First come, first serve.
it's like Olympia meets Valencia, kind of.
Yep.
But then you also get a lot of people in Windermere meeting there for corporate stuff, as you know. Anyways, total different environments. I kind of miss all those environments, but I don't know what's going on with Starbucks. Not that they're going to listen to me,
No,
but
I don't think so.
it's kind of interesting what a brand. I think.
hope they do. Listen
Who
to
the
you.
fuck? I don't know. I'm hearing that they're buying up a lot of great real estate in places in major cities where a lot of these independent business owners were in, or great locations. And I heard they're going to be setting up places in there, more in and out, not sit down. But Starbucks, if you're listening, get your head out of your ass. I'm just telling you, more and more people are going to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to go to Pete's. I don't know if they're going to go to wherever. I mean, I had a call. I know I'm not going to start listing every coffee place. I do love Pete's coffee, man.
Which one's that?
Pete's. I used to go in Carlsbad and get it. It's delicious coffee, man. It's in the airports too. It's good. There's tons of coffee places. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. We're coffeeed out over it. We're drinking Starbucks coffee right now.
We are.
But we didn't go get it. That's a perfect example. Ria went to Costco's because I'm aggravated at Starbucks.
And you got these little Keurig cups.
Yeah, we're talking about, but we're not inside there.
No, we're hanging out here in the office.
Yeah, if they lose 10 or 20% of their business,
It won't hurt,
I look
no.
at it, man, of course not. They're forever. But I always wonder what the next generation's going to do.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that they're pushing to the next generation of making everything on an app, apply, get it, take it.
Yeah.
And they can then restructure and downsize, right, with overhead. And
I think that's cool. Their prices went up from what I'm hearing online because I'm seeing tons of things with this Starbucks thing. But I don't think people minded paying some extra money as long as you could sit in there and hang out. It's kind of like a bar that you like to go to. You'll pay a certain amount of money per drink. But to go through the drive-through, the next generation, I'm wondering if they don't get to go inside and experience it, am I going to go spend $5, $6 on a cup of coffee? I could go to Dunkin' Donuts or go to, again, Panera, or go to McDonald's, go to 7-Eleven, go to Racetrack and get it for $2? Yeah, they're going to go probably that way. I would think.
everybody knew you're paying $4 or $5 for coffee, right?
But you usually
knew it.
right. No, drive-through, even walking in and out of there was a different experience than it is now. Walking in one now is like almost a prison type thing. It's like it's dead.
Well, you
The
were walking,
tables,
right. You were
it's-
walking in. You were seeing people work from there, and you just
Exactly.
hang around. Maybe you knew somebody because if it's local, you most of the time you would meet somebody that you haven't seen in a while, right? So it was like a social gathering
For sure.
type of thing.
For sure.
Now you walk in and walk out.
There's
you're not
nothing. It's cold.
You're not finding anyone in there.
Of course, it's not a prison, but I'm just saying the coldness of it is not. It's not the same place that what I think everybody grew to love, in my opinion. And the one thing I will say, my mom used to say, "Are you nuts? You're paying $5, $6 for a cup of coffee." I said, "Ma, If I went and sat in a bar for 2 or 3 hours, say just had a few drinks, I'd be spending 3 times the amount of money than I would do on 1 or 2 cups of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So, Starbucks, we miss you. And what's funny is all my Italian cousins in Italy, they don't want to have anything to do with Starbucks. I think it's a fake brand and all this shit. What are you going to do? We like it. Get your head out of your ass. All right, anything else, Robert?
That's it for now.
That's it. All right, we'll talk to you later. You can find us all over the place. All right, peace out.